Hi, it's Nicole. Welcome to Ergonomic Fitness on IC Digital. Today we are doing a 15-minute core workout to improve posture and to prevent back injuries. So if you already have back problems, this is a great workout for you. Why is it important to have a strong core, and which muscle groups are involved in your core? Muscle groups who are involved in your core are your hip flexors, your very deep layers of your stomach muscles, your very deep layers of your lower back muscles, your glutes, your diaphragm, your obliques, and your pelvic floor muscles are part of your core. So whenever you do a core workout, make sure that all these muscle groups are involved. So you need to do different exercises. If you're only doing a plank, for example, that's not enough because you're only working mostly your front core. So you're missing out your glutes, you're missing out your back muscles. So make sure you involve all these muscle groups to prevent injuries in the future. I show you with this exercise program how to do that. We're doing 15 exercises where it's a balanced core program where all these muscle groups are involved. And we are doing 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. And all you need is a broomstick. You are hearing correctly. We need a broomstick and a mat. And that's about it. You're ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Starting workout.
So the first exercise is a squat. We are using a broomstick to check out our position. You keep your chest up. I want you to hold the broomstick right on your back. Head, shoulders, and lower back should be touching the broomstick. I would like you to do this in front of a mirror to make sure your back is completely straight.
Rep 1 of 15.
And then I want you to move your arm up and down, up. Keep your weight on your heels. Make sure your knees are not sticking further out than your toes. So when you put the broomstick, hold it in front of your knee. Make sure there is a little bit of a gap, so the broomstick should be definitely touching your toes. Okay? Otherwise, you're putting too much pressure on your knees.
Relax.
We're doing a second set. "20 seconds rest. And again.
Rep 2.
Hold your chest up. So this exercise you feel mainly in your glutes and in your lower back, and a little bit in your arms and shoulders. We have 15 seconds to go.
Relax.
Second exercise is kneeling. I want you to keep your back completely straight. You should be able to carry a tray on your back. Do this exercise in front of a mirror. On your knees,
Rep 3.
keep your wrists right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. Lift up your knees. Hold this position. If that's easy, you can slightly lift up one leg at a time. Make sure your knees are facing the mat. Don't rotate in your hips. "50% weight should be on your arms, 50% weight should be on your feet. Elbows slightly bent.
Relax.
And then we're doing a second set. If you feel that your form is not
Rep
right,
4.
rest. It's always better to do these exercises with correct form, because otherwise there's not much improvement. Chest up. Keep breathing. Only if you do all these exercises 100% correctly, you get the best out of it.
Relax.
Next one. So this was mainly for our front core. You felt that probably in your stomach. You felt that in your quads. The next exercise is on our back. So we are doing a bridge. Heels are right underneath your knees.
Rep 5.
Hold your back up. So you feel this in your glutes, you feel this in your lower back, and you feel that in your hamstrings. If this is easy for you, lift up one leg. Make sure when you do this exercise, you have your heel and your knee and your hip in line. No duck feet. Keep both feet facing forward. Hold this position. Make sure you have both hip joints facing up at the same level. Keep 50% weight on each of your shoulders. So if you feel like you're having too much pressure on one side, put your leg down and just hold this bridge in this position with both legs down. And then we're switching legs. And go.
Rep 6.
Breathe. Put your foot down if you get tired.
Relax.
If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. And if you could support us with 6 cents a day on our Patreon's website, we would really appreciate it. So our next exercise is on our stomach. Have your arms and legs up. Grab the broomstick and move your arms and legs up in the air. As high as you can. Keep breathing. Chin is slightly tucked in.
Relax.
Another set.
Rep 8.
If you don't have a broomstick, you can do this, of course, without it and hold your arms here. Rest.
Relax.
Then we're going back into a squat position. This time I want you to have your arms behind your back, chest is up. Same position as we did with the first exercise. Head, shoulders, hips are touching the broom. Arms up behind your back, elbows out.
9.
And then you bring one arm towards the ground. Make sure you don't slouch. Check yourself out in the mirror. Make sure your back is completely straight. Elbows are up and high. So one elbow goes down towards the floor. Breathe. So you're isolating your lower back muscles with this exercise. You feel it in your quads and in your glutes.
Relax.
And then we switch.
Rep 10.
Ten seconds to go. Hold your elbows up.
Relax.
Going back on the floor. Back into a kneeling position. Back is straight, chest is up. Head, shoulders, hips are in line. Feet are pointing into the ground. Lift up your knees, and then this time I want you to move your tap with your arms from the left to the right without dropping your hips or doing some funny rotation movement. You feel that mostly in your obliques, in your quads, and in your arms. So if you get tired, rest, breathe a few times, and then get back into your position. Back straight, knees up.
Relax.
Same exercise, we do the same exercise again, but this time we're touching our shoulders. Okay? Keep your elbows slightly bent. Your knees are right underneath your hips. Wrists are underneath your shoulders.
Rep 12.
Legs and arms are a little wider than hips width apart or shoulder width apart. Up. So if that's too challenging, this is already, so just go back in this position and just keep it isometric. Just hold this position. Or do a few and then get back, another one or two.
Relax.
Then we're getting on our back. So eventually for this next exercise you need a pillow. I want you to keep your head on the floor. If you hyperextend in your neck,
Rep 13.
put a pillow behind, put a pillow underneath, so that neutralizes your back. So push your left hand against your right knee, inside of your knee. Hold this isometrically. Your spine needs to be completely flat on the ground. Don't lower your leg too far. The lower your leg, the more challenging it is to keep your back down. So it's very important that you keep your back completely on the floor. So you don't want to put pressure on your discs. If you start arching, your core is not 100% engaged. So this exercise is obviously for your front core.
Relax.
And then we switch. Breathe. Switch. So if that's not too challenging, you can lift up your head and hold this position.
Rep 14.
Breathe. Okay?
Relax.
So last exercise is standing on one leg. Keep your knee slightly bent. Lift up the other leg. Move the leg slightly in front of you so that you can keep your core engaged. Don't move your leg back, otherwise you would be arching. So keep your leg slightly in front.
Last rep.
Hold this position, bend your knee slightly. If that's easy for you, you can bring your knee up towards your elbow. So you feel that in your foot, on the leg you're standing on. And then we switch legs. You feel it in your obliques most of this exercise you feel here in your obliques.
Relax.
Okay, that was our 15-minute core workout. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or suggestions. Leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to support us with only 6 cents a day on our Patreon's page. And
Workout finished.
I hope I see you on our next workout video. Thank you and bye-bye.